Hey guys, it's Nelly here. For the past several years, there's been a lot of speculation and rumors surrounding my relationship and breakup with my ex-girlfriend Shantel Jackson. Well, today I'm finally going to set the record straight and reveal the full truth about what really happened. A lot of you have been asking me about this for a long time, so I wanted to take the time to give you all the details directly from me. This isn't an easy thing for me to talk about, but I feel like it's important to be fully transparent, especially since there's been so much misinformation out there. Shantel and I had an intense, passionate relationship that went through a lot of ups and downs. And in the end, it didn't work out the way either of us had hoped. But I think it's important to understand the real reasons behind our breakup, rather than just believing the gossip and rumors. Shantel and I first met back in 2014 at a charity event that we were both attending. There was an immediate connection between us, and we hit it off right away. Over the next few months, we started spending more and more time together, and before long, we were officially a couple.At. First, things were amazing between us. We were crazy about each other, the chemistry and passion was undeniable. We loved going on adventurous dates, traveling the world together, and just generally living life to the fullest. Shantel was so much fun to be around, and I felt like we really understood each other on a deep level. However, as our relationship progressed, we started to encounter some challenges. We both have very strong personalities, and we would butt heads over certain issues. Shantel could be quite headstrong and opinionated, which sometimes clashed with my own assertive nature. We would get into these intense arguments and fights that would leave us both feeling frustrated and hurt. Looking back, I think a big part of the problem was that we were both so used to being in control and calling the shots in our own lives. When you put two people like that together in an intimate relationship, it can create a lot of tension and power struggles. We were both stubborn and neither of us was always willing to compromise. Things came to a head in early 2017 when we got into this huge blowout fight that ultimately led to our breakup. The details of that fight are private, but let's just say that a lot of built-up resentment and frustration came spilling out. It was ugly, and in the heat of the moment, we both said some things that we couldn't take back. After that, Shantel and I went our separate ways. It was an incredibly painful and difficult experience for both of us. We had invested so much of ourselves into our relationship, and to have it end so explosively was devastating. I was heartbroken, and I know Shantel was too. In the aftermath of the breakup, there was a lot of speculation and rumors circulating about what had really happened between us. Some people claimed that I had been unfaithful, or that Shantel had been controlling and manipulative. Others said that we had just grown apart and fallen out of love. The truth is, none of those rumors were accurate. The real reason our relationship ended was simply because Shantel and I were too similar in many ways. We were both incredibly strong-willed and independent, and we often had trouble compromising or finding a middle ground. The fights and arguments became too much, and we reached a point where we just couldn't make it work anymore. I know that a lot of you were big fans of me and Shantel as a couple, and I totally understand why. We had an undeniable connection and chemistry that was really special. But the reality is, our relationship was also incredibly turbulent and challenging at times. Looking back, I think there were a lot of warning signs that Shantel and I just weren't meant to be together long term. We were both so stubborn and set in our ways that compromise became almost impossible. And the more we tried to force the relationship to work, the more it fell apart. Ultimately, I believe Shantel and I just wanted different things. I was ready to settle down and build a life together, but she still had a lot of ambition and drive to pursue her own goals and career. We were at different places, and that tension was ultimately what tore us apart. I know this has been a lot to take in, and I'm sure some of you are still processing it all. But I hope that by sharing the real truth about what happened between Shantel and I, it will help put an end to all the false rumors and speculation. Our relationship was complex, and it didn't end the way either of us wanted it to. But I have nothing but love and respect for Shantel, and I wish her all the best in the world. At the end of the day, Shantel and I just weren't meant to be. But that doesn't take away from the amazing times we shared or the deep connection we had. I'll always cherish those memories, and I'll be forever grateful for the impact Shantel had on my life. Thank you all for listening, and for your continued support. I appreciate you all more than you know.